My wife asked me to leave town for her birthday, so I set up a surprise and found out why. I knew something was off when my wife started working late every Tuesday. At first, I believed her, because she'd always been serious about her job, but the little things piled up fast. She came home smelling different, not perfume, more like someone else's laundry soap. After 8 years of marriage, her phone suddenly had a new password, and she kept it turned away from me. She started going to the gym at weird hours too, like 10 p.m. on a Wednesday, and if I asked why, she'd snap and say I was being controlling. Then I found the second phone. I was digging in her gym bag for her water bottle, and there it was, a cheap, prepaid phone under a towel. It was still on, still logged into everything. I opened the messages, and my chest went cold. Flirty texts, photos I didn't want to see, hotel bookings on nights she told me she was stuck at work, receipts for restaurants we'd never been to, and one name kept popping up, her project manager. I wanted to confront her right then, but I stopped myself. If I blew up, she'd delete it all and make me look crazy, so I kept quiet and started collecting proof. For 3 months I acted normal. I made dinner. I asked about her day. I laughed at her jokes. Then, when she left the burner phone unattended, I grabbed it for a minute, took screenshots, and put it back exactly where it was. I saved hotel confirmations, receipts, and dates. I kept a calendar of every late night and every gym trip. I matched charges on our bank statement to her excuses. I backed everything up twice and hid the folder in a place she never looked. A couple times she almost caught me, like when she came out of the shower early and I was still holding the phone. I forced a smile, set it down, and asked her if she'd seen the TV remote. She stared at me for a long second, then shrugged and walked away like nothing happened. When I had enough, I went to a lawyer with a folder full of printouts. He didn't look shocked at all. He just said, "Good, don't warn her. Keep everything steady." He told me the worst thing I could do was give her time to spin a story. Walking out, I felt sick, but also weirdly clear. I wasn't guessing anymore. Her birthday was in October. I asked what she wanted to do, and she said she wanted a quiet day at home. Then she suggested I visit my brother for the weekend. That's when I knew she already had plans and needed me gone. That morning I checked the garage and found a $200 bottle of champagne hidden behind paint cans, 2 crystal glasses wrapped in tissue paper, and fancy candles from that boutique downtown. None of it was for me. Something in me clicked. I called her mom, her sister, and her best friend from college. I told them I was throwing my wife a surprise birthday moment, but she thought I'd be out of town, so they had to show up around noon and be quiet. They loved it. Her mom got emotional and told me I was the sweetest husband. Her sister promised balloons. Her friend said she'd record it. I kept my voice cheerful while my stomach felt like stone. At 9 a.m., I rolled a suitcase to the car and kissed my wife goodbye like everything was normal. She stood in the doorway in the silk robe I bought her for Christmas and blew me a kiss. 2 minutes later, my phone buzzed with her text. "Drive safe, love you." I typed back, "Love you too," and hated how easy it looked. I drove around the block, parked a few streets over, and waited with coffee I couldn't taste. At 10:47, a silver BMW pulled up. I recognized the guy the second he stepped out because I'd seen his face on that burner phone. He walked to my front door like it was routine. My wife opened the door in that same robe, smiled, and pulled him inside. The door shut. A minute later, my phone buzzed again. "Miss you already." I didn't answer. I just watched the curtains shift and forced myself to keep breathing. At 11:55, I met her family outside our building. Her mom held a custom cake that said, "Happy 32nd birthday, Taylor." Her sister had balloons and party horns. Her best friend carried gifts and kept whispering, "She's going to freak out." Everyone was grinning, ready to surprise her. Her mom's hands were shaking from excitement, and she didn't notice mine were shaking too. I kept my face calm and told them to be super quiet. We tiptoed inside. I could hear music coming from the bedroom, her favorite playlist, turned up loud. The house even smelled like those fancy candles. We crept down the hall, and I lined them up outside the bedroom door. Cake in front, balloons behind, phone camera ready. I raised my hand, mouthed 1, 2, 3, and I threw open the door. The party horns blasted, and her mom gasped so hard she dropped the cake. Frosting and candles hit the floor. My wife froze on the bed, eyes wide, yanking the sheets up to her chest. Her project manager shot upright and scrambled for his clothes. Her sister screamed my wife's name. Now her mom is calling me cruel for that surprise. Was I wrong?